Hello, welcome to Hobby Chat with Adam's Hobby Stuff. And Games Workshop have done it again. They have ruined my hobby future. Not because what I'm going to talk about is bad or negative, but because this is all so awesome that I just don't know what I'm going to do with my hobby future. I had a number of plans laid out. I knew what I was doing over the next few months for my hobby, and it has been thrown away by the Adepticon releases. I'm just going to quickly flick through the Adepticon releases. We'll zoom in a little bit so it won't just be my hands and my mug of tea showing all the time. And just talk about really what's spiked into my mind at the Adepticon stuff. So I was looking at this at 5 o'clock this morning when I got up. Day off work today, but you know, you get up as body clock as normal, don't you? I looked at my phone, had a flick through these and thought, oh no, here we go. This has completely thrown all my future hobby plans out the window. So if you do know what I've been doing lately is building up my Nurgle army. And it's for a big 10,000 point game that's later in the year, and I've been flicking from that and into Necromunda. Now what's coming out now has completely spoilt any future plans and has really made me readapt about what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be talking today about the Ash Waste release. We'll dig into that a little bit. I'm not a Warhammer player. I do keep thinking about it, so I'm not going to talk about that, but again, another exciting set of releases if you are a Warhammer player. Chaos Knights. I thought my Knight army was done. I thought that was it. I did hear rumours of a new codex coming out, and I did kind of say in another video maybe they're going to bring new models out, but I didn't really think they would. And they have. We'll talk about that in a second. Blood Bowl. I have got Blood Bowl, I've done some Blood Bowl stuff, as you've seen on the channel. It's not a game I'm going to delve further into. I think it's just a nice core game kept fairly small. But again, some really exciting releases and a lot of really cool stuff going on with the Norse team in there. Age of Sigmar. Beautiful models. Not for me at the moment. Horus Heresy, oh my god, I am so excited about this, and we'll dig into that. Definitely more to look at. And the long-awaited Chaos Codex release. So let's dive in, let's get a little bit closer, and just really give you my impressions of what is going on. So nothing super high-tech when I'm doing this video here. I'm not embedding it into the video or anything daft like that. I'm literally just filming my iPad, so forgive me for going through there. So Ash Waste revealed. Now, Ash Wastes have been in the Necromunda background for years. Never really explored too much, but it has been mentioned. Things I hope are going to come out are really cool bits of the background, like Bane Town, which if you dig into the background is a town built in the hulls of old Bane blades that were abandoned some, way in the past in the wars there, so that would be really cool. I'm really liking the look of these kind of suspended settlements, obviously to keep maybe out of the dust or whatever it is. So it's really cool. It says there they were teased at the Las Vegas Open, Nomad Warrior early in the week, and now it's time to obviously show more figures. There's a very cool video I do suggest you watch. I'm not going to go into too much of it here because I don't want this video to go on forever, but very good video, have a look at it. Now that looks like a lovely chunky box set that's going to come out. No idea of pricing, doesn't tell you on this, but obviously I don't know. I'm not even going to take a stab, really. It's not worth guessing. You never know a Games Workshop prices. But it's apparently a new high-speed way of playing Necromunda with rules for vehicles, mounted fighters and weather conditions. And that looks like a chunky, lovely box. Now, if you watched my channel maybe over a year ago, my first videos was doing some desert terrain for Star Wars, TT combat stuff. And these look like suspended versions of that. So what's making me quite enthusiastic is I can probably use that scenery. I'll maybe flash some of it up here. To play Ash Waste in, which is really cool. Looks like a nice box set, some different kind of types of dice and things in there by the looks of it. Very, very nice. All at Prospects is duking it out with Ash Waste Nomads, and look at them. Chaos Cultists, if I've ever seen them. They are beautiful. Some really nice coloration on them. Look at that. They're absolutely gorgeous. The conversion possibilities in these are endless. At the moment, I am currently messing around actually doing another Cawdor gang, messing about with little mini magnets and stuff. I'll show you that in a video what I'm doing. That's going to come out on Sunday. And as soon as I see this, I'm thinking, yeah, we could do some crazy things with these. These are fantastic. Absolutely love them. Okay, thick robes and rebreathers, and yeah, great. All up buggies. Now, actually, I really like these. I know some people have been saying in the community, you see online, they're saying, oh, it's a bit boring, they could have gone wilder. But you know what? This is exactly right. And this means if you've already done some conversions with the Genestealer cult buggies or bikes and stuff, you're probably going to be able to use them. And already I'm thinking of lots and lots of conversion ideas to do with these. So absolutely fantastic. Now, I like these. I think these are great. I think this is like insectoid madness. Brilliant. Just something radically different than we've seen. It would have been very easy to have just had them round on trikes and bikes and things, but introducing the kind of strange irradiated creatures that are out in the Ash Waste, I think, is a brilliant idea. Love it. And I'm hoping they're going to introduce some even bigger beasts. You know, you think Starship Troopers, think those big insectoid tank-like creatures, it could be fantastic. And already I've got in mind a bit of a conversion, use a giant harpoon gone off a knight or something to take out in the ash waste on a truck. That would be great. Lovely bits of terrain. I think these are brilliant. Could easily be tidied up. You could remove some of the ragtag pieces and you could use this as you know, an Imperial Guard settlement or something even. Love it. Absolutely great, and a couple of different colour schemes there. So yeah, brilliant. Raised platforms. That's a nice chunky book. Actually, it looks like a hardback book, better than some of the small paperbacks we've been getting, and some very different types of dice there. I'm assuming the yellow ones we're seeing here are something to do with the vehicles when that maybe goes wrong. So look, love it. There's nothing wrong with that release whatsoever, and I am super excited for Necromunda Ash Waste when that comes out. So I'm making your eyes go funny flicking back through this, but yeah, love it. So moving on. Obviously, said not before, not a Warhammer player, but I'll be at some point. Now, Chaos Knights. I have just obviously come to the end of building my bigger knights. I've done a series of conversions, turning them to Nurgle. I am going to do the larger knight, which I've shown on the channel before. I've not started it yet. The Knight Valiant, and I still have my Cerastus Knight. Cerastus Knight? The other guy. The big guy. The one from 40-year-old that I spent an absolute fortune on. So I've still got some knights to do, but I actually believed I was finished with the smaller variants of knights. Feels like I'm not going to be. So let's dive in. There's a bit of the codex. Let's jump in and see what these knights are looking like. And look at this. The Knight of Bombs out. 2 Chaos Knights. I mean, oh, look at that guy. He's got a whippy arm, he's got a melt gun, he's got a giant arcane weapon with spikes around it. What isn't there to love? Again, another very cool video. They're getting really good at doing these kind of animated pieces to really get you in. Again, I'm not going to play it here. It's not really the place and not really what I want to sit and do, but I just want to talk about some models at the moment. Look at it. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, really, really nice. Close combat war dog. A war dog carnivore. So, very exciting there. It says Bloodthirsty Knight, eschew the ranged weapons for the war dogs to revel in close quarters slaughter. Brilliant. Love that. And that'll be quite easy to nurgle up as well. As you've seen my channel, I'll probably, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. And this one here, we have, oh, look at that, the Abominant. So there, did you think the Desecrator and Rampager were blessed by chaos? Well, the Abominant has been extra favoured by the Dark Gods. Vultures all over it, that's interesting. Not really overly, well, is it nurgly? Yeah, probably is. We can definitely do something with that. And I'm loving the giant whippy arm. Absolutely beautiful. And the weapon it down here, it describes it as a new type of weapon. Gun is a nod to classic heresy era weaponry, which is great. And it's a psyker, so... oh, just look at it. And in other photos, you can see it's actually got a big whippy tail with a mace on it, which is just glorious. I mean, look at that. Yeah, Volkite Combuster, that weapon's called. And look at that, giant spiky tail. There is nothing wrong with that model. That is brilliant. Very, very exciting. Obviously, there's its Imperial counterparts coming as well, but I believe the Imperial is just getting a new codex. So, yeah, gorgeous. Speaking of the codexes, back to the main screen and let's dive in and see what the codexes are all about. So it says here, 2 stomping new codexes revealed at Adepticon. Very nice. Codexes are codexes. I am sure these are going to be absolutely ridiculously devastating because that's the way codexes go for Games Workshop. Bit of cynicism there, but it will be. It's bound to be ridiculously good. Obviously, if you watch the channel, I've recently taken my Nurgle Knights to a tournament, for 2K tournament. I did okay, you know. All right. I didn't do swimmingly, forgot a lot of my rules, and they are underpowered compared to a lot of the more modern codexes. So it'll be really interesting to see how these guys power up. Now, it says here it's going to be an army launch set, and it says it's going to have the new codex along with all new models, a monstrous knight abominant and a pair of savage war dogs. So realistically, that's what, 120 quid box set? Maybe, something like that. So probably quite reasonable for getting a knight, a codex, and a couple of the war dogs. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And it says Imperial Knights will be out soon. Doesn't tell you about any new models for the Imperial Knight, so I imagine it's just going to be that. So exciting, good for that one, and it will definitely power up my army right in time for taking. I've got about 5,000 points a knight when it's all done, so definitely a good power up for me taking down that Warlord Titan that I'm facing later on in the year. So we're not going to go into Blood Bowl, I've said that before, and Warhammer. It's not really what I'm focusing on at the moment. Into the Horus Heresy, and there's 2 pieces here. We can have a look at a couple of different bits, and that Beaky Marine, honestly, I started off my Warhammer life as a kid into RTB01s, one of the first box sets I ever got. Feels like he's coming back, and look at that, a Space Marine with trigger discipline. What more do you need? Glorious. So I'm just going to skim through this because this is really just showing you a new cinematic trailer. I've watched this several times now. go and watch it. Get onto the Games Workshop site, watch this trailer, brilliant. Yeah, Horus having a rant about the Emperor, letting him down, lying to his sons. Titans destroying things and then getting obliterated by an orbital barrage, which is what you see here. Just gorgeous, absolutely glorious cinematic trailer. Yeah, superb. Just check it out. Then there's a little bit about the Chaos Codex. I'm not going to dive into that. I want to finish off really talking about the Horus heresy. And this is the thing that's probably ruined my hobby plans more than anything else that's been revealed so far. Again, I've been, really focusing on my Nurgle, and the plan was get this kind of done in and amongst doing some Necromunda, then go back and do a little bit of Bolt action, do a little bit of Star Wars Legion, that kind of thing. Maybe a little bit out of Warhammer for a while. And then I was going to come back and do my Knights of Caliban, or Caliban's Fists, or whatever they're called, my Dark Angel successors. But this is now, whenever this is going to come out, this is going to be what I'm after. Now, there's not a massive reveal, apart from obviously the cinematic trailer says that, but there is so much stuff on Forge World already, and they reference this and they say, look, there's lots of new miniatures coming out, going to be tactical squads and everything, but they also do reference the fact that the Forge World stuff is staying. So I've always kind of held off getting into it because there was no game system really to get into. Now this is coming back, I'm sorry, I'm sold, I'm bought into Forge World stuff anyway. I've got a lot of Forge World, and 30k, yeah, this one image has got me back into this. Absolutely lovely. So I'm gushing here. I don't mean to be gushy and a fanboy, but look, it's my hobby. I want to be a gushy fanboy when it's appropriate. It's superb. Now, this one, look at that. Now, being fresh from doing Death Guard, yeah, he's Death Guard, isn't he? He is. I know he's not. He's a son of Horus on this, but yeah, for me, now I'm going to be doing a 30k Death Guard army. I'm actually quite looking forward to doing this, different colour schemes and doing them without all the Nurgle pustules and stuff. So, beautiful model, giant axe, very arcane armour, lovely. Just absolutely love it. And that's all really they say. Just say, look, your Praetors can be Lord Commanders, Jarl, Khans, Moor, that kind of thing. And then they just have a quick flashback through the Primarch models that are already available. Definitely worth delving into. Now, as a reveal, just superb. And I'm going to finish with the shot of that before going into a little bit of what I'm doing in the hobby at the moment. Just beautiful. Really excited for these releases. Adepticon. Do you know what? I know it's in America, it's miles away. If you wanted to watch these reveals live, you got to be up at 2 a.m. But I do think, do you know what? Some of the reveals they've shown over there, just absolutely amazing. Yeah, fab. Let's zoom out of this and let's just talk about really what I've been doing in the hobby lately. Okay, so it's glorious. We're going to leave that beaky marine up on the iPad there. That's just, yeah, you cannot fault that. And let's talk about what I'm doing in the hobby, what I've bought over the last couple of weeks since I last did a hobby chat. I hope you guys have been enjoying these random hobby chats. I tend to do them every couple of weeks, just as the fancy takes me that I want to talk about something. I've got something in the hobby that isn't making a project. Sunday mornings tend to be for that, doing what I've been kind of doing in the hobby, conversions and stuff I'm doing. So hopefully if you like the format, drop a comment down below and just tell me if you want to hear me waffling about this kind of stuff or not. So what I've been doing this week is messing about with magnets. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it on there already, but I'm just doing some magnetised Cawdor. So there we go, just messing about with magnets. So obviously I've bought a new Cawdor gang this week, which I will dig out from under the desk. It's obviously already been unpacked, but I picked some of these guys up. Now, if you've watched before, you'll have seen when I reviewed the Cawdor book, quite a while ago now actually, that I've already got a full Cawdor gang. It was my massive gang. I had about 20 models in it. And do you know what? I've been doing some magnetising lately, starting off with some of the stuff in one of the Knights and various other pieces, and I just really wanted a bit of a skills test as whether I could magnetise small figures. So check the channel on Sunday for that and you will see that. So obviously I must have bought magnets, yeah, a couple of packs of magnets here. I did buy these offline because the ones I bought prior to that, which were a little bag here, the Colour Forge stuff, my local hobby store was out of stock of the real tiny 1mm ones, which is what I needed. So a bit of money spent on Amazon, the dreaded evil empire, to get those, but not to be phased. And the only other thing really I've bought, I went into an actual Games Workshop, which I don't often do, or Warhammer stores as they're called now, because generally I like to go to my local hobby store because it's a bit cheaper. But I needed a pack of bases, literally to get 150mm base to mount Felthius on. So the video last Sunday I did Lord Felthius. Picked up these because he comes in the 40mm base, very random. And if you've watched my, or not watched, followed my Instagram for a year or so, you'll notice that I do a fair bit of reading, and I picked up a couple of the Black Library books. Eisenhorn, the Majos. Love the Eisenhorn novels. Absolutely love them. Never got around to picking this one up, so I've bought this one, and I'm currently reading the Beckwin novel at the moment, and it's in the other room, and I can't afford to go get it. So it's it's going to stay there. But that's what I've been spending my hobby money on lately. So it's quite a broad depth of stuff, but very much in the 40k Necromunda vein, which ties in really well with Games Workshop releasing this stuff. Superb release, loads of exciting stuff coming out. And I'm going to stop waffling because, you've all probably stopped listening at this point anyway. And if you do like this kind of thing, as I said before, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of YouTube jazz. Drop some comments below if you do like this kind of video or if you hate this kind of video. And hopefully I'll see you back again on the channel soon.